So I'm here with Mike Puvel, who used to be a former worker here, a retired park worker, and used to work in the sawmill. And just asking a couple questions about the sawmill. When did you work here, Mike?
Oh, probably in the 2000s range, you know, or no, actually the 90s, when I first, probably in the 80s, anywhere 80s to 90s.
Very good. And what did you do in the park, generally speaking?
Well, I worked at the sewage plant. I also worked, I've been a painter for more than 20 years. But I worked with some of the carpenters too.
Yeah.
Did some carpentry. Worked maintenance. I've been all over pretty much.
Very good. You just recently retired, I understand.
Yeah, I retired in 2014, September.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Got through it. So what were your primary duties here at the mill?
I mostly stacked lumber.
Yeah.
And I did do some where they brought the logs up the conveyor. Mm-hmm. And I did that where they PV'd them in, made them sure that they were straight, and, you know, so they could be properly cut.
Very good. And what you said that they mostly cut it in the winter.
Yeah.
So got a little hot in there, did it?
I was told that you couldn't bear with it. It was so unbearable. The heat was in the summertime. It was pretty bad. So that's why they did. They did it when it was real cold. It was like single digits, stuff like that. They'd come over here and do it.
And how long did it run for when they opened the mill?
Oh, it depends. It depends how much logs they had. It could run up to a month, or you know, depending how much they had, how many logs they had.
Yeah. And how many guys were typically on a crew there?
Oh, gee. I would say probably at least a dozen. Yeah. At least a dozen.
Very good.
And some other guys driving trucks and forklifts. You know, actually not forklifts, but they put the forks on the tractors and they move the lumber around so you had places to keep piling it. Because they did a lot. They put a lot over here on the sides. You know, a bunch of stacks of lumber on the side of the building.
Yeah. And what was the lumber used for? Do you recall any specific?
Well, they used it up here for siding, and even they had one at one time. They even had a tongue and groove maker, but after a while it got a little bit too dangerous to machine, so they had to get rid of it. So they did make tongue and groove paneling, tying, and they did make the rough. I don't know if you know, like on Sugar Bush, the rough cut.
Oh, the Adirondack siding.
Yeah, they made that here. And
so did they do Sugar Bush and Bee Hunter and trying to think. It
could be a Summit with some of the stuff they used for the new cabins. They used some stuff up there.
Very good.
But they used a lot of it here, and they also shipped a lot of it out to other parks whatever they needed. You know.
When it came out of here, it was in rough form. Then what was the process after that?
Well, actually they dried it first, and then once it got real dry, they'd take it over and they'd size it, and they would plane it, down to whatever they needed it, what size they needed, and then they'd use it for whatever they needed to use it for, inside the cabins or outside, flooring, whatever, mostly siding, I would say.
Yeah. Did they sort it according to hardwood and softwood, things of that nature?
Oh, yeah.
I noticed the interior paneling on Group Camp 12, which was rebuilt maybe before your time as far as working here is concerned, but it appears to be all different species and everything. Do you think that came out of here? Or?
I would say it could have, yeah.
And how about the smells here? I understand that the logs kind of...
Well, they had a different smell to it,
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing unbearable, especially if you're outside, you're pretty good, it's not like too much.
Yeah. And why would they use a float pond?
To soften the wood so that it would cut easier, it would be easier on the saw.
Oh, okay. Very good. And any other experiences here that you can think of?
Well, there was a couple guys that would run the logs in the pond. They'd run right across them.
Oh, yeah?
A couple guys did that. Not me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it, but
Anyone take a spill?
No, yeah, a few of them, but most of them, these two guys would run right across it.